Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Serious Adventures in SeriousCraft. I'm on the roof. Oh yeah. How are you guys doing? I'm having a lot of fun with these woohoo bounce pads. Those are amazing, guys. Those are from Tinker's Construct. Look at that. They even bounce particles apparently. Oh, they're so much fun. You can place them like in like all 8 directions sort of. You can't directly go up, which is kind of unfortunate, but they're pretty awesome. And the more you stack, the higher you actually jump. And I'm using this now for my for my mine shaft. Let's get this fixed real quick. So instead of using ladders, because ladders are boring and slow, we have jump pads, and down there there's a slime channel, so we can just jump down. Ooh, just a slime channel, sort of like a 1 block's water stream thingy. And then if you want to go up, ooh, you're up. Oh, those are awesome. But yeah, today guys, I've been doing a lot of infusions, and as you can see, there's a few things different here. I started an animal farm, sort of. I just built this, so we only have like, I believe 3 of each. Is there a baby sheep? Why do we only have 1 sheep? I did breed one of them. I guess it got killed or something. Very strange. I have to double check why that happened. You know what? I should probably throw the axe back in here. Maybe we get a chicken. Yay! We did. Frame rate, a little bit weird. It's not the frame rate. If you look at the top, it's like still over 100 and stuff, but it feels jittery sometimes. So I'm not sure what that is, but I'll start a wheat farm so we can feed some people over there. But yeah, I did a lot of infusion stuff. I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I planted one of these silverwood trees now, and we actually got one of them that has the aura node inside. You can see there's like a blinking, super pure one. Those are really small aura nodes. They're not that fancy, but what they do is, if you look at the at my biome right now, this is a magical forest now. And it's sort of big, goes to like over here. So if we would turn this into grass, we would see that, which I'm probably gonna do. But yeah, I think, I'm not sure if you need to leave that node there, or if it like turns back into the desert biome if I remove it. But I'm probably gonna chop down the tree, except for that little node, because that node is like inside a log. So I'm gonna leave that one there. But yeah, I replaced all of my tools with Thaumcraft tools. So the pickaxe is gone. We now have the pickaxe of the core, and all of these tools I made actually all of them, are those. So you can, if you want to read about them and see, you know, what they cost and stuff, just click there. It's really not too expensive. So I went ahead and made all of them. The pickaxe of the core is pretty awesome. So what it does, there is a chance, and if I open my second golden bag of holding, I have a bunch of ores inside. So if you, for example, take iron, so the first thing you can do with this pickaxe is, if you right click on whoops, cactus. If you right click on a block, you see these glowy things, and this shows you where you know, valuable ores are. This goes actually through the wall as well. So if you stand here, I don't know if this is too far away, yeah, you can still see it. And it also shows you liquid. It shows you that there's water. And if there was lava, it will show you too. So that way you can kind of search for ores underground, which is pretty nice. And the bigger this little circle is, the better or more valuable the ore is. And the other feature is, if you break this, right now we got an ore. Got an ore again. I'm unlucky. There we go. Sometimes you get these guys, and you know what? I probably never scanned them. Can I? Oh, maybe I did. Those are native ore clusters, so in this case, native iron cluster. What you can do with them, if you smelt this, you get 2 ingots. So that's kind of a way of doubling your ingots in Thaumcraft. But as you can see, it's not a super high chance to get them. I do have Fortune 3, and I feel like it does affect it. So I could technically just go through here and remine all of the ore I'm getting if I really wanted to be super efficient, and not use the Tinker Smeltery or something. See, it's not, it seems to be like maybe 50% or maybe a little bit less. But yeah, it's pretty awesome like this. So yeah, that way you can get some of these clusters and just smelt them down into more ingots. Alright, the second tool I got is the Shovel of the Earth Mover. This one is pretty nice too. Normally I don't use these type of shovels. What it does is it digs like a 3x3. So if I like dig down here, it breaks, you know, like a 3x3 around it. If I would do it sideways, it does it like this too. Yeah, normally I'm not a huge fan of these type of shovels because I feel like there's always like it's never super precise. Especially the Tinker's Construct ones. I believe there's no way to actually dig like one piece only. But this one can do this. If you hold shift, first of all, it shows you the grid where it would mine, so you can kind of see it. And if you press G, you can kind of like toggle in which direction it should go. I don't know if that's super useful or not. But also if you hold shift and then dig, you only dig one at a time. So that's not too bad. Another thing is if you right click on like the block and you have the same type in the inventory, you actually build a 3x3 on top of it. Since I only had 5 pieces in my inventory, it didn't really build much. But yeah, so that's pretty nice. Alright, the next two tools, the first one is the Hoe of Growth. This one is also like a 3x3 thing, so you can like tilt soil in the 3x3 area. But if you also right click with this, it kind of counts as bone meal. So you can like spam this and bam, you grow a tree a lot faster. It does cost durability when you right click, so you know, be careful with that I guess if you don't want to break it. But it's not too bad, especially if you've unbreaking on it. And the last one is the Axe of the Stream. One of my favorite axes actually. So the way this one works, it does mine or chop down the entire tree. But the way it does it is so I'm just gonna like hit the same lock here by holding left click, and it sort of like chops down the tree from the top and bottom towards the block I was chopping. So it's like kind of like, you know, it's still doing it one by one, but yeah, we'll take down the entire tree, which is pretty awesome. And if you hold right mouse button, it draws items towards you, which is also kind of neat, I guess, if you don't have a magnet. So yeah, those are the tools I made, so pretty awesome. I'm just going to store them back in my little pouch here. And so I want to make something, but I do need a lot of feathers. And I keep running into the problem where I just need some of these animal drops, leather, feathers, and wool. So I decided to finally start a animal farm here, but they're pretty slow if I just feed them like this. So I decided if you look at the book, I want to make the Lamp of Fertility. What it does is, if you feed this lamp with Victus Essentia, liquid Victus, it will speed up the mating process, and that you don't have to feed them. And it only does it as long as there are less than 8 of the same, you know, like animal inside there. So if there's more than 8 cows, for example, then it will stop breeding the cows. So that's pretty cool. So I did lay out the recipe here in a very strange format, but it should work. It should be symmetrical. And to activate it, we need 16 Bestia, 8 Lux, and 16 Victus, which I should have here. Yep. And as a catalyst, we have the cane lamp. The cane lamp, if you feed it Lux, it will light a area around it. And it's like sort of like an invisible light. It doesn't place any torches or anything like that. It's not super useful in my opinion, but it does have its uses for some things later on. But I think we should be good to go here. Hopefully this is going all right. I did add more stabilizers around here. These mushrooms from Botania actually count as well. So I believe right now our altar is at stability level 4. Before it was at level 2. So a lot of these recipes should be fairly easy. What level was this? This is moderate, yeah. You can also kind of see on the matrix itself how it behaves. It kind of tells you how unstable it is. If it's like really unstable, the thing starts to shake. You see like lightning coming out of it. Sometimes it zaps you, stuff like that. But this one is calm and just hovering around, so shouldn't be any problem. And there it is. Awesome. Very cool. So yeah, so the way to activate this is, let me just scan it. You need to feed it Victus in liquid form. So I did break down some raspberries. Raspberries are pretty good for that, it seems. They have that, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. They have that essentia inside, or that aspect, so I'm gonna grab that. There's a little bit more, and that should be it. So we have 55, so that's pretty good. And you can directly hook this up, the lamp, to the jar. So let's see, what block are we gonna use? I guess just spruce for now. I just need to build up something here. Maybe, actually we don't need this, since I have the lamp here, or the torch. I could just break this. I'm gonna place the jar right here. Thank you, Chief, for interrupting me. And then the lamp on top, and that should feed it. You can see it's draining. It drains 6, I believe. And boom, baby chickens. Come on, guys, more breeding. Oh, it looks like the sheep and the cow want to breed. Oh, there they go. So yeah, you can sort of see like the sparkles. I don't know what the range is exactly. It might be like 5 or 3 or something. Usually those lamps are a little bit weird. Like, it always like has one more block in one direction. So like 4 to the left, 3 to the right, or something like that. I'm not sure. Ah, there's a baby sheep and a baby cow. So yeah, it's working. And you know, when it runs out, we can refill it. It doesn't seem to run out too terribly fast. I assume every time they mate it drains 1 maybe. So pretty cool. So we let this run for a while. Alright, while we're waiting on some feathers and other things I need for the next step, why don't we start with Botania? Because Botania is something that I would like to get as well. So the first thing we need to do is actually get the book. Do I have a spare book? That's my next question. I might not have one. Darn it. Alright, got a book. Just made one. And that is Lexica Botania. Now my big question is, are you compatible with Thaumcraft? Yes, you are. Awesome. Alright, so Botania, pretty cool. Oh, apparently it still shows something I was looking on in a different world. A realistic logical ideologist. Sure. That's a mouthful. So yeah, this is similar to the Thaumcraft book. It just tells you about everything you need to know in Botania, pretty much. It tells you how to really... Ooh, there's a video. How to like start with things, how to make the book. Again, kind of weird. I guess if you find the book, it tells you how to make one. It tells you about all these different flowers. It shows you that you can turn them into petals, and then turn the petals into colors, which is pretty nice. It's actually a good way to get colors. Fertilizer, I don't think I've ever made that. That might be something that they added later on. This looks pretty new to me. So a lot of things changed since the last time I played, which is awesome. Ooh, you can make blocks now. Oh, pretty awesome. But the first thing we need is this apothecary. I think that's how you say it. It should be super easy to make. It's just a little bit of cobblestone, and then we need these mystical petals. So I'm probably going to go around and collect a bunch of these flowers. Obviously we're in a desert, so we don't have a lot of flowers. So we can't really get many. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just collect a few things that we'll need to actually get started here. I want to get 1 item from this, and I think we should be able to get this pretty easily. So I'll be back as soon as I have everything ready. Alright guys, so I got a bunch of flowers. I just dumped them all in here, all kinds of different colors that we'll need later. I have some mystical magentas in here for now. But yeah, the first thing we need to make, like I said, is that apothecary thingy. I always forget the name of it. So let's get a few blocks here. Make half slabs, like so. And then like this, and just any petal in the middle. It gives you the petal apothecary. Alright, I think that's how you say it. We should place it near water, because we need to refill it quite often, similar to the cauldron from Thaumcraft. So for now, I'm just going to place it here, and we're going to put in some water. So that's the first thing we need to do. I'm going to turn off my magnet, because otherwise the next step is going to be a little bit difficult. And we're also going to have to grab some seeds. Just any seeds really work. I'm just going to grab the Minecraft ones, because why not? Alright, and I know we need white flowers. There they are. Alright, so white flowers we have. Where's my smart book? So the very first flower you really want to make is the pure daisy. This is pretty much that starts everything. The pure daisy turns stone into living stone and wood into living wood. And those are like the 2 magical or some of the 2 magical items you need, such as like here you need living wood to make the twigs, and then with the twig you can make a wand of the forest. And to make this, you just put in white mystical petals into the apothecary, and to finish up anything that you dump in here, you need to toss in a seed. That's why we need those seeds. So let's get 4 of those. You know what? I'm actually gonna turn them both. I'm gonna make 2 of these pure daisies, so we can do things a little bit faster. So you just dump in those 4 in there, and you can like kind of see them floating around, and then toss in a seed to finish it, and we get our pure daisy. Haha. Alright, so pure daisy, I'm gonna place you over here for now. And while we're doing the next step, you just take your logs and place them around like this, and you can see some white particles emitting from the logs, and this will eventually, after a couple of seconds, doesn't take too long, turn them into living wood. So I'm gonna make a second one, and I'm gonna get some living wood and living rock, and then we'll come right back. Alright guys, and after a few seconds, this is what this looks like. Living rock on this side. It's not the prettiest block, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of it. And we also got the living wood. And with our awesome axe, no problem to chop it down. We might as well place a little bit more. I still have 8 left here. Because, oh no, I placed this wrong. I don't have silk touch on my pick. Oh well, just make 7 then. That's gonna bother me a little bit, but we gotta move on here if we want to finish things. Alright, so let me get a workbench ready here. I should really have one outside because I always need to craft something. Alright, so the first thing we need is a mana pool. And mana pool is kind of like where you store, well, your mana. And this is what Botania is all about. You gather mana to do things. Alright, so how do we get mana though? Well, if you open your smart book, it will tell you that there are under the third tab, generating flora. All these guys generate mana in different ways. And the first thing you have to make, I don't think you can make any other ones. Well, maybe the nightshade, I'm not sure. The first one you have to make is a day bloom. And you need a light blue petal, a orange one, and 2 yellow ones. And it kind of shows you how you have to lay them out. You have to like lay them out in this checkerboard system. Otherwise they'll fight each other over their own mana. And as the name might suggest, they only work during the day. So it's a very, very slow way of getting mana. But it is your only way to do it at the beginning. So we're gonna do this. 2 yellow, 1 blue, 1 orange. And there you go. Daybreak. Day bloom, a sting of light. So I will actually make a couple of these and I'll be right back. Alright, so I made 12 of these little flowers, and just to demonstrate you, if you would place one between, you can actually see these little particles indicating that something is wrong, we're sharing the mana with you. So don't do that. I do need to expand this grass a little bit because we need to place all these flowers, so this is all temporary for now. I will fix this eventually. But yeah, those generate mana now. To actually check how much mana we have, you take your little living wood and you create these living wood twigs, and you just make 3 of them, and then you place them like this, and you take any 2 colored petals, and you can actually mix colors. They will change on the item as well, so you see we have like different colors. Actually, this looks pretty good. Maybe orange and yellow. Nah, I like the purple. Let's do this. Purple and orange. And there you go. We got a wand of the forest. Very cool. And if you right click with these on your flowers, you see this yellow bar at the bottom. This shows you that those are full. This one is not. Oh, it doesn't have direct line of sight to the sky. I forgot about that. So we actually have to remove some of these. But the rest should work. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to maybe place them over here. I don't have a lot of room, so I'll fix that in a little bit. And yeah, this is how you see how much mana you got. And to actually get your mana into your mana pool, you need something called a mana spreader. Mana spreader is super easy too. You just need, let's see, I actually wonder if it's yeah, there you go. So living wood at the top bottom, any petal, a little bit of gold, and you get a mana spreader. Very cool. We can only make 1. I'm gonna make another one later. But what you want to do is you just place it down, and it has this little thing at the top, and it has to point at your mana pool, and there you can start seeing it's filling up with mana. Pretty awesome. If you have your wand, so if you like shift right click, you can switch between bind mode and function mode. If you switch to bind mode, you can actually like shift right click on your mana spreader, and it like selects it like this, and then shift right click on a different block, and it will like aim it to there. So if your mana pool is like a little bit off, you can readjust it. And there you go. And now we should see the mana thingies are going down. You see the mana inside is gone. It's nighttime, they don't regenerate. This guy still has a little bit there, and it's filling stuff into the mana pool. Alright, the next step is that we actually need to upgrade this mana pool. This is a diluted mana pool, and this one is no good. This one can't even hold a lot of mana inside. So to make a better one, we make just another diluted one, and then just dump it into a mana pool that has mana inside. And you can see a little tooltip telling you that yes, this will work. There's a little check mark. So dump it in there, and bam, we got a proper mana pool. You can just break this guy and replace it with a real one and let this guy fill up. This one holds a ton more mana, and it will take a pretty long time to fill up, especially with these little flowers here. Is it going to interrupt? I'm not even sure. So yeah, we're just going to let those collect a little bit of mana. There you go. You can see, probably going to turn this into a proper one too, just so we have an extra one. But yeah, let's fill this up for a while. Alright, while we're waiting for our mana over there, it is time to make the item I wanted to make. So let's take a look. We're gonna make the thermostatic harness. Ooh yeah. This is a flying device from Thaumcraft, and it's pretty awesome. It looks cool, it's just stylish. However, it is a high instability enchantment, so it could go wrong. I'm kind of worried that it might. And it does require a little bit of things here and there, like more than what we are used to. And it also does require quite a bit of liquid essentia. We need 16 iter, 32 machina, 32 potentia, and 32 volatility. So that's not little. I did get it though, 40 machina or machina, 32 volatiles, whatever, iter, and potentia. Also, I want to. I wish I had a little bit more. I'm just gonna break those down. I need a little bit more potentia for the device itself, because you need to fuel it with liquid potentia. It tells you that somewhere in here, right there, to actually be able to fly. All right, so I laid out the recipe here. Another issue is that the recipe is not symmetrical. It doesn't have a partner across the items. So I laid this out so that everything has a partner except for one item, and because of that, our instability or stability went down to 3 because this guy doesn't have a partner over there. So it's, you know, it's not ideal, but hopefully everything goes right. I do have replacement items in case something gets knocked off. We can quickly replace it, but let's just go and give it a shot. Here we go. You will see it's shaking now. You see lightning, so it does mean that it's somewhat unstable. There is some instability it's dealing with, so we're gonna keep an eye on these items, make sure that they're staying on the pedestal. You know, taking care of those things gets a lot easier if you can fly, because you can just hover over it and kind of see. I'm trying to see keep all these items in my view in case something falls off. Also, one thing, I should put down blocks, because sometimes when they get knocked off, they can cause some flux goo, which will prevent you from placing other items, and it will also knock down our stabilizers, which would make this even worse. So hopefully this goes alright, because I don't want to get all these items back. The volatiles was the most difficult one because it requires feathers. That's why I built that animal farm over there. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Come on. Okay, he's getting the iter. That's the last thing he needs, and now he should start consuming the items. There we go. And this is where things can go wrong. I think every time he tries to consume something, it like recalculates if it should cause instability. But it seems actually pretty calm now that it's like full of essentia. We don't see a lot of lightning anymore. It doesn't shake a lot, so I think we're actually pretty good here. And just 2 more iron. And there it is. Yes. Oh yeah, we got it. Amazing. Oh man, the first time I did these things, I caused so much instability back then. It was not fun. Right, let's scan it first of all. This thing is awesome. Oh, this look weird. They didn't have a color. So what you have to do is if you just right click in your inventory, it has like this little slot. And this is where you put potencia. So I'm going to grab our jar that we have here. And grab the rest we just produced. Is it all out? Yeah. Okay, so we got 18 in there. It's not a full jar, but that's okay. So you just put this inside. And you put it on your chest. Alright, there it is. Look at that. It looks pretty fancy, very steampunky. And on the left side of the screen you can see the fuel meter. This is how much fuel we have. Alright, let's activate it and look at the awesome effect. Oh yeah, lightning guys. Woohoo, we can fly. Now as you can tell, moving forward is really slow with this guy. But if you go like next to blocks and you see these sparks touching it, oh, it looks so cool. I really love this machine. And it slowly drains your potencia on the side. You can go up and down pretty fast, but yeah, forward is not so good. Alright, so let's fix that a little bit. First thing we can do, I don't have enough levels, so let me go get some experience points. Alright, so I got some experience points. It's weird, I can't enchant it right away in here. I've done that before, so I'm not sure why it doesn't work. I think it needs an enchantment first. Actually, let me try to remove the potencia. Is that why? No, okay. So instead we're going to try to enchant a book and then put that book on the thing in an anvil. Okay, we get haste 3. There we go. So hopefully, oops. Hopefully we can combine this. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't work. I'm pretty sure I've done it before, or I tried it out. Maybe I tried it in creative mode and kind of broke something there, but we'll see if this works. It does. Pretty cool. We just need 5 levels. We should be able to get this real quick. Alright, there you go. Put this back in. Haste 3, and I'm gonna... There we go. I'm gonna put on protection as well. And let's put our potencia back. I would just want to double check if now I'm able to put it into the enchanting table. Yes, okay. So that's very interesting. So we can get protection on it. Sure, let's make protection 2 for now. Let's see, can we get the rest? With 2 levels. Probably not. Oh, well, protection 3. Sure. Alright, let's put it on. And let's get some food. All my food is kind of used up. I actually need a better food source soon. It's getting pretty bad now. Is there anything that just renewed? This one renewed. So we can eat this. But yeah, now with haste on it, it doesn't make us faster, but if we fly, you can see we're slightly faster. I can like sprint mid-air to get a little bit more boost. But it's still not very good. It's really not good. So Thaumcraft has a way to make you faster. It has this thermostatic girdle. It is very high in stability, somewhat expensive again. And it does tell you that, if you look at it, when war on the harvest greatly increases the speed at which you're able to fly. The only drawback is that the harness will consume slightly more fuel than normal. So that's kind of not so good. It does actually drain quite a bit more fuel. And I don't know, I don't like using that. So instead what we're gonna do is make an item from Botania, and this is why we've been doing this. Alright, so I should have everything hopefully to make. We have a little bit of mana in here. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Let's grab our wand real quick so we can actually see what's going on here. Are you guys... For some reason they don't look like they're producing. But he does get mana, I'm pretty sure. I hope so. I don't see these particles. Is there like a weird pattern issue or something? I don't know. I don't think they have to be like that symmetrical. You know what? Let's try to remove this mana spreader for a second. I just want to see if they actually... Oh yeah, okay. Oh, so it's just because they didn't have mana inside. That's why they went glowing. Alright, so he's gonna keep doing this. What we need to do now I'm gonna go grab an item real quick. We need to make a runic altar because we need to make some runes. And I happen to have this mana pearl here. So let's take a look at our smart book again. If I could find it, I think it's in this chest as well. There it is. So if you look at this book, the thing I want to make is the Sojourner's Sash or something like that, whatever. It basically lets you run a lot faster. It makes it so that you can walk up one tall blocks. Ooh, my frame rate. It lets you jump higher, and it reduces fall damage. So that's a pretty cool thing, and it's very cheap to make. You need a mana steel, which is just dumping a piece of iron into the mana pool, and it takes a little bit of mana. And then we also need those runes, and those runes you make on the runic altar. It is somewhat similar to the apothecary thingy. You just dump in these items and then magic happens. However, it does need mana to use it. That's why we need it a little bit. And yeah, I happen to have this mana pearl, and I believe, oops, to make the altar, was it like this? Yeah, there you go, runic altar. All right, so super easy to make. We're just gonna put it right here for now. And that's fine. Do I still have iron on me? Yes, we do. So what did I need again? I needed one. Oh, I need a couple of pieces. I actually want to see how much we have. I don't know how many we can make. So I'm probably going to go just collect all the resources we need to make this. And then I should be right back. Alright, so we're going to give the first one a try. I'm actually going to remove this cactus so we don't accidentally destroy it. So I just tossed the items on this runic altar, and you can kind of see them hovering around. This is like this thing here. So we need 3 mana steel. I actually still had some, so I'm going to use that. A piece of stone, block of coal, and a mushroom. So that's floating around, and I believe to start the ritual, you need to tap it with your wand, but we also need mana. So we make a second mana spreader, and I'm just going to place it here. So it will shoot at this guy, like this. So if you right click this, you can see what it's making. Shows you a little icon and a progress bar. And you can see the mana coming out. So I'm not sure if you're going to have enough. I'm actually kind of curious about this. And to finish the thing, the crafting, it's similar to the apothecary where you have to toss in a seed. But instead of a seed, you're going to have to toss in a piece of living rock. Alright, so let's give this a few more seconds. It's probably out of mana, but it seems like it just keeps going as long as it can still get mana. So I'll make a day and I'll be right back. Alright, so I think it finished. It doesn't keep moving, but the mana spread is filling up with mana, so I'm gonna assume that it's done. So I think we just need to toss this one on top and hit it, and there it is. Awesome. We got our Rune of Earth, so now we only need the other rune, and then we should be good to go. To speed this whole mana thing up, I'm actually gonna make one of the better mana producing flowers real quick. Is that not the recipe? Oh no, I screwed it up. Hold on. Oh, there it is. I had the wrong gray flower in there. Alright. This one is pretty cool, the End of Flame. It uses any type of fuel, like coal. If you just toss it on ground, it will consume it in a second. There you go. And it will have a ton of mana to spit out. I'm gonna give it more. And that should consume it in a bit. And that should give us a little boost for this here as well. Is this connected to that one? Yeah. Okay, cool. So we let this guy run, and we should probably have enough mana now to finish the last ritual. So we need 3 of those. I think we need the feather, this one, and this one, I believe. I'm gonna double check. Let's see. History, Sojourner's Sash, we need this one. Carpet, feather, okay, yeah. So we put these in here. 1, 2, 3, feather, carpet, string. And we're gonna turn this guy around. I turned it around so it doesn't steal the mana. And we're gonna start this guy up. In the meantime, I'm gonna drop off some of these things we don't need. Hopefully this, it's a little bit faster now with the End of Flame. It still has that one piece sitting there. Hopefully it consumes it soon. Yeah, it's so much better. It seems to be a lot faster. So we should be able to finish this right away, hopefully. This one is still sending mana. It's almost done. Alright, it should be done. So let's drop our living stone. And there it is. Noise. Alright, that should be all. So we can just combine those in here. I'm gonna only need one of each. 1 mana piece there, and leather. And there's our Sojourner Sash. Alright, very cool. Just put it in your belt slot. Ooh, the inner arts. Haha. And now you can see I can run faster. I can run up these blocks. I can jump higher. And we can fly a lot faster. Ooh, awesome, guys. So this is pretty cool. And now if you fall down, we don't get any fall damage. Yes, this is pretty amazing. But yeah, I think that will do it for this episode. Lots of bad guys joining us right now, so I'm gonna go away a little bit. Very cool that we got this all done. Ooh, look at this. That's a nice shot. In front of the moon, maybe? There you go. Screenshot of the day. Very cool. But yeah, I'm gonna use this new ability to fly to actually explore this world a little bit and try to find a place to settle down, because we have this base here, but this is more like temporary stuff. I would like to find a proper place to settle down. I'm kind of thinking about the rainforest. I've done that on the last map a little bit, and I actually like that a lot. Ooh, look at these sparks, so pretty. But yeah, it should be pretty awesome. I'm probably gonna make a hang glider just so I can fly up and then use the hang glider and not have to waste my my fuel. But yeah, anyway, we got a lot of things done. We done a lot of infusion, got a flying device, did some botania, quite a bit actually, and we have this little love gate over here. I don't know what you want to call it. Pretty awesome. I think it's empty. We have to refuel it again. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.